Hi, everyone. This is Ninela Sanchez with you here today. And our third episode of CX with Ninela Sanchez, talking about agent experience. Today, I have a special guest that will be talking more about this. We cannot talk about CX or brand interaction without talking about the brand ambassadors that get the most face time with customers. Those being the support agents and leaders. Not only they're representing your brand, but they are also the people who are dealing with the most sensitive interaction. The one that which customers are experiencing a problem when they are the most frustrated. Here to chat about agent experience and our leaders in our office in Colombia is none other Angélica Gutiérrez. She's our talent development manager at ContactPoint 360. Tell me a little bit, how do you help the leaders move to that next level?
Well, that's a great question, actually, because part of my duties it was to create an in-house academy. And the academy has academic programs, and it has courses. So after creating some courses for the training department for some agents that we work with, I was also told to create a course for the leadership, academy. That was the previous name. But then we came up with something really, really nice called the ACE course, which is basically acknowledging, coaching, empowerment. So it's a program that we developed to help the leaders, the managers, and the coaches of our company to develop different abilities like soft skills, empathy, communication skills, active listening, but also, understanding the psychological component of emotions and the brain, how it works, how we learn, how we train others, and of course, coaching tactics. So how to provide people with appropriate coaching depending on the behaviors they have to work on, and also how to provide efficient and constructive feedback. So we spent like a month and a half designing the program, and we have finally piloted the first group of people last week. So we're really excited. We're working with them, and we're basically training them on everything they need in order to become better coaches. And of course, they're going to go on a nesting period after that, so they can provide us with evidence of expertise in all the tactics, so they can later graduate. So this is a great course because not only will they get a certification that's going to basically certify them in the company, but it's also a good opportunity for them to grow as professionals, to be able to be chosen as leaders in the future if they want to apply to the role or to continue growing outside. Why not? So that's what we're doing. We're working on creating something tailored for ContactPoint. So it's not something that we took from somewhere else. It's something that we actually built based on the needs that we discovered during the needs analysis phase.
Angélica, well, first of all, I'm so proud of our company and the way we're coming about to train those leaders, because with our team leaders, our agents wouldn't make that customer service to another level for our clients. They are our brand ambassadors, and they're the ones who are always facing with the challenges when speaking to customers, to frustrated customers. And I believe that's what ContactPoint 360 stands for. We stand up for the excellence in our leaders and our agents. And you said something very, very interesting, which is that coaching them so they can provide us evidence on how actually they're serving other customers. So about this academy that we actually just piloted last week, and I know it's not been such a long time, but tell me a little bit how you guys go about to coach the leaders in our office in Bogotá. How do you guys coach them so they can empower agents in the office for them to give extraordinary customer service to our clients?
Well, of course, what we want to do is to build knowledge together. So we want to use the prior experience they had while they were doing coaching, because the first group that we have in the pilot are managers and team leaders. So they are people who have been dealing with agents for a long time, maybe longer than most of us. So we're we're doing that. We're building knowledge together. We're creating real life scenarios. We're building case studies. We're exploring things that didn't go as we wanted them to go at the beginning. And we're trying to find the best ways possible to improve the coaching moment with people in order to create a confidence in them in sharing their fears, their struggles, their frustration, their areas of opportunity, and creating like a bank of action plans that they can actually implement when they're working on their coaching sessions. So we're brainstorming, basically. This is an exploration time. There's a lot of theory behind it, a lot of information that we already have, but of course we're improving the contents right now and focusing on building something standardized that everybody can use later on in the other delivery of the other courses. But that's basically it. So we're exploring the concepts of coaching in depth inside the company and seeing if it's been working or if there are ways that we can improve it. But so far we have an amazing team. We have people with a lot of experience, and it's really nice to see that only in the first week of the pilot we're aligned. We basically have the same mindset, and we're going towards the same mission, accomplishing the same mission, and following the vision of the company as well. So this is really cool.
I love it. I super love it, because as a company, we strive for success. And we always say that the success of our leaders, the success of our agents is also the success of us, the managers, the account executive, and even the clients. Let me talk to you about the client's portfolio. How many portfolios are we working so far in our Colombia location?
So if I'm not mistaken, we have 10, 12 so far, but I wouldn't be shocked if we have more, because we also have like smaller clients, but I'm talking about the bigger ones. Yeah.
Amazing. So per each portfolio, how many leaders take care of this portfolio in order to empower agents?
Well, of course, it depends on the campaigns, but so far we have like 16, 18 leaders that I work the closest with. Because right now I have 8 in the pilot, and we're going to have like 6, 7 more in the next batch. So, yeah.
Amazing. So how do we train the new leaders before they start actually handing people?
Well, before the ACE course was created, they got their own coaching session. That was something that Veronica Sosa was working on. And actually, she keeps training people right now. She's part of our team, and she was like essential in building a part of the content that we have like for the ACE course. So they should take a leadership academy before they become leaders. So they should be trained, and they should be certificated before they move on with the coaching and the training of people. So that's also something that we want to do. So either if we have new hires, or we have people who want to be promoted, or we have current leaders, they should be taking the courses in order for them to be certificated in terms of the standards that we have at the company. And also because, as I told you before, we don't have the same coaching leadership academy we used to have, like looks similar to other leadership academies at other companies. We wanted to create something different. There were many concepts that changed. Names of the tactics are different too. And even we created new tactics. So that's something that like maybe we've done before, but not the same way that we're doing it here. So of course, people should be trained in those concepts and practices in order for them to have efficient performance. So, yeah.
Efficient performance, this is key. And I always say this is key for the success of an everyday role of a leader. What is an everyday role of a leader in our company at the Bogotá location? How are they so productive and relying properly to do their job? How do you work with them side to side so their role goes smoothly and they're proactive on what they're doing?
So more than training people in, theory and like basic concepts, we're focusing on the human behind the leader. We want people to be empathetic, to have amazing soft skills, people who are efficient communicators, communicators, but more than communicators, also people who are active listeners, who can identify what's going on site, not only in the operation, but also what's happening with the agents they're working with. Are the agents happy, satisfied? Do they have good working conditions? Do they feel pleased with the position they have? So how much we can do for those people to feel comfortable as human first in their emotions. That's and right. Of course their minds. We're not psychologists, of course, but we can try to be better humans, to be better leaders. So if we don't have a good moral compass, we cannot be a good professional. So I think that's one of the most important aspects. We want to have like happy people, committed people, responsible people who can also like send the message of caring and that we're worried about how they feel and how they perform, in order for us to be able to give them a proper coaching as well. So we focus on those two aspects, like the human behind, so the person can be a good leader, an efficient leader that cares about their teams and wants to help them to grow and to upskill. So I think that's important.
And you know what, Angélica, it does show. I've seen it because I see that all of our leaders and our agents have actually stayed very long in the company. They love working from our Bogotá location. We bring new opportunities to our agents every day, and that's why our clients feel so satisfied. They're just so happy. I know we recently just launched Enercare in Colombia, and our clients came aboard all the way from Canada, and that's just tells us how successful we're working with them, because coming from a bilingual language state, right? Knowing that Spanish is their first language in Bogotá, Colombia. And I know you help a lot of the leaders, and I'm pretty sure by you coaching the leaders, they coach our great agents. How do you manage to help them to strive in their English performance? Because knowing that some clients do need the Spanish, but also they need full-time agents to also be well-spoken in English. What are the measurements we take to help them and in their pronunciation, in the way they speak? Because if our clients are being so successful with their customer service, they're happy because we're growing, they're happy because their loyal customers are being served properly, that means that us as a company, we're doing something amazing to our agents, to our leaders. So tell us a little bit how you help on that bilingual side, because there must be that support. That support is key to each and one of our employees.
Well, of course, that's also part of the Skill Up Academy, the in-house academy I told you about. One of the programs is the English proficiency program. This is unique for Colombia, of course, because this is the non-English speaking country. But of course, that's part of the process, but we also have the recruitment team. Recruitment teams have amazing filters to help choose people who are actually proficient. We're really picky and demanding with the English level as well, because we need people who are actually advanced, that have B1 plus, a B2, or even a C1, depending on the campaign. So it's like the common work we're doing with the recruitment team and the English Academy that we have here. But we do many other things, like engagement activities with the agents, where we teach them, like, commonly mispronounced words, or we post content on social media. So you can go follow us on our Instagram and TikTok, because we also post videos giving them tips to improve fluency, to improve pronunciation and grammar. And we have given courses to some agents. Last year, we had a pilot of a course that was a big success, because it focused on also on fluency skills and customer service skills. And we are also training the trainers. So trainers actually received, like a month ago, a very thorough training on, grammar fundamentals, vocabulary, listening skills. So how to work on the 4 abilities to improve their English level, so they are able to identify mistakes that agents make, and they can give them proper feedback, of course. And we have an English-only policy at the company. So trainers have to talk to agents in English. Agents have to talk in English at all all times, and we handle all the communication in English as well. So we're constantly working on people's proficiency level. As much as I can.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much, Angélica, for your time and being part of our episode today. It was a pleasure. Again, everyone, and to all the listeners, thank you so much for enjoying this conversation with you, with Angélica Gutiérrez. She's our talent development manager at ContactPoint 360, and I cannot wait to bring you more on the next episode by Ninela Sanchez. So we'll see you soon. On to the next episode.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye, Ninela. Thank you so much.
Take care, Angélica. Thank you.
You too. Bye.